We are adults now. We are not children anymore. We're not teens anymore. We have the capacity and capability to get out of our own way and build a life that we really wanted. Be the adult that we needed in our adolescence. We do not have to live in this cycle of the past where we relive our adolescence, the times where we did not have resources, we did not have that love or attention that we truly desire. Because now, as an adult, we can create that for ourselves. And I say this all to say because it does tie into the type of men you attract. Because if you are in the past, you're reliving your adolescence and it wasn't gravy. Now in your adulthood, you are trying to fill that void that you didn't have filled as a child, where you were validated, where you were loved, or you didn't have certain resources, or you grew up in poverty. So you're trying to fill that void in adulthood. And that can manifest into desperation, being needy, and seeking validation within other people to fill that void. This is a slippery slope to how you start dating losers. This is the hill that you die on when that happens. When you're not validated from within, you will go anywhere to anyone to feel some type of something, to feel full. It isn't sustainable because it's from an outside source. It's how you attract the worst type of friends, the worst type of relationships, the worst type of toxic situationships, by trying to fill this void outside of yourself, okay? So how we stop dating losers is filling our own cup, creating a life that we are excited about, and stop being a loser ourselves, okay? We have to take accountability for our life. And like I was saying earlier, we are in control of our life. We are not kids anymore, okay? There's no more blaming our parents, because the truth is they did the best they could with what they knew. And now we're adults. We're in our 20s, we're in our 30s. Some of us are in our 40s watching this channel, and we still blame our parents. But yet we have done nothing in our day-to-day habits, our actions, our planning to get out of our situation, to get out of our pain. The thing is, you are addicted to the story that is your pain loop. I grew up like this and things were hard and we didn't have a lot and I blame my parents for X, Y, and Z. You're just caught up in the story of the pain. You got to get out of that loop and take accountability on the now. So, okay, that happened in the past, but what about now? Because you're not getting up early, you're not investing into yourself or your future, you're not going to the gym, you're not trying to advance your career, your mind, you don't even read books. The last book you read, like tell me, what is the last book you read that wasn't smut? You have to take accountability and realize that you are the common denominator to everything that's going on in your life, okay? It's really easy to blame people for what is going on or why things are the way they are in your life, but it's a lot harder to dig your heels down, get up, and lift yourself up from the chaos that you were born into, okay? It is a lot harder to put in the work, to change yourself, to work on refining the things in your life that you want to change. Your looks, your personality, your posture. Going to the gym, you want to change your body. Distract yourself with petty drama, a little steamy fling. Distract yourself with a warm body, because that's easy. It's the easy way out. It's the easy way to not focus on what you're not doing when you're feeding and pouring your energy into something else. So how we stop dating losers is we stop being a loser. We're gonna start getting up early. We're gonna have a routine. We're gonna get a planner, and we're gonna start journaling the type of life we really want, okay? What does that look like? What are you doing every day? What career do you want? What type of house do you want? Where is the area you want to live in? Okay. And you're going to start getting up early and going on really long walks while you listen to an inspirational podcast, an inspirational YouTube channel like this one. And you're just gonna go walk in those areas that are where you wanna live at. Like, okay, I'm gonna go walk in this neighborhood before I go to work. Okay. Or if you don't have a job, you're still gonna get up early as if you have a 9 to 5. So you're still gonna wake up before 9. You're gonna go to the gym. You're gonna go for a long walk in an area that represents your higher self. So you're gonna go on a walk. You're gonna put on the podcast or YouTube channel, and you're just gonna walk and you're gonna think. And this is gonna clear your mind, and it's also gonna improve your body. Like, you're gonna get hotter as you pour into yourself and taking that time for yourself. And then you're gonna go to work, or if you don't have a job, you are gonna look for a different career path. You're gonna start applying to jobs, maybe invest into career advancement, a career coach, or reverse recruiting. There are resources that you can pay for that will help you find the job that could elevate you, or even the courses that can give you the information and skills to level up your finances by getting a certain career, okay? So you're just not gonna lounge around anymore. We're done lounging around and just hoping and praying that our life is gonna get better and push your goals to the next day. Oh, I'll do that next week. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. There is no tomorrow because it's not promised, baby. Everyone thinks we have so much time to get everything done, but the truth is we don't know. So in this season, we need to focus on truly being single, truly being abstinent, truly being free of distractions, free of toxic chaos with situationships. We gotta free the shackles of this baby. It is not conducive to our growth. That is not going to help you. All it is a distraction. And in terms of feminine energy, you are pouring your feminine creative energy into a source that is not pouring back into you. Okay, people wonder why they're lazy and unmotivated and they have no desire to do anything. Well, it's probably because you're giving all your feminine creative energy to a loser who doesn't even like you. Okay, you're going to his house at 2 a.m. You leave when you guys are done doing what you're doing, and you're left depleted, empty, and therefore you don't even have the energy to pour into yourself or what you got going on. A lot of times you are so depleted that you can't even focus on your next move. So in this season, no more situationships. Ghost that man. Ghost him. No explanation. Don't have a conversation or closure or one last hookup. Just ghost him. He'll be fine. He'll find another victim, but baby, it's not gonna be you. So before I get into this next topic, I wanna say this by prefacing this. Character over everything. In terms of relationships, in terms of dating, character over everything. Okay, now I wanna say this. Stop dating medium ugly men in hopes that they will treat you better. Because let me tell you something, they won't. They really won't. Okay, they'll treat you a lot worse. Because a lot of times with medium ugly guys, a lot of them can be insecure. Men in general can be insecure, no matter what they look like. But a lot of them can be insecure. And they see you shining, doing your own thing. You're already attractive. And on top of that, you're funny, you're charismatic. And you're starting your journey to greatness. Like, you're doing stuff, right? No way can they compete with that? Like, there's no way they could compete with that. And that can make a lot of insecure men resentful of you, like, because they are attracted to you, but yet they are resentful to the fact that you have these natural gifts. So some medium ugly men will see this, and the only way to level the playing field is to take it down a couple notches, okay? Take it down a couple notches. That's the only way. So you just be weary of this. And also, I want to add to this as well. A lot of times there are women, beautiful women, who go after medium ugly guys because they can get away with their poor attitude, lack of self-awareness. They can come unhealed into a relationship. And a lot of guys, medium ugly guys will deal with it for now. And at the end of the day, when all that beauty fades, you'll be left with your lack of self-awareness, your poor attitude, and no one's gonna wanna be around you. And then you're gonna go around being bitter and wondering why your life or your relationships aren't working out. But the message is, it's really just you. The third part to this I wanna add is a lack of accountability and vulnerability. So I will say this was a problem for me. And I've talked to my other friends and they said the same thing. The type of man that they're actually attracted to, that takes a level of being vulnerable. And in their mind, if that relationship didn't work out and they were vulnerable with that person, that would hurt a lot more than going with someone who they're not so attracted to and they don't have to be vulnerable. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out because they weren't vulnerable with them. They were really attached anyway, versus the latter. Okay, and this is just not being in tune with our emotions and our body, being open to the possibility that we can have that type of relationship with someone we're attracted to. Okay, so people are trying to find their escape plan before the relationship even starts, just because they are scared to being vulnerable with someone. Because it is scary. Like, if you really like someone, you're really attracted to them, and that fear of that it might not work out, that's something you need to work on internally. That is an avoid maybe something from your childhood that you need to really hone in on that. Like, why are you afraid that the moment you get close to someone that they're gonna leave? And then another part of this is accountability. You have to match energy. You can say the type of man you want: attractive, ambitious, tall, financially stable, generous, kind, equally yoked, all these things, but it doesn't matter if you can't match that energy. It doesn't matter. You want a good-looking man who's fit, but you don't even invest into yourself. Like, you don't even invest into your own appearance. You don't go to the gym. You don't leave the house looking put together. Like, how are you gonna find this guy? And money-wise, your finances are all over the place, yet you want someone who is financially stable, who has money, who is generous. I'm not saying you have to be rich in order to attract a rich man, because I would never tell a woman that, because no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, but you do need to have a level of finances where you are stable, you are actively pursuing wealth, to build your wealth, to build up your own castle, okay? That is how you attract those type of men. When you got yourself together. Outside of a man, you need to have your own source of income, your own source of wealth outside of your partner, okay? 40% of women post-divorce fall into poverty. We all need to protect ourselves and take accountability for our finances. And this is going into the next talking point of improving your finances, because nothing is worse than feeling like you have to date certain men because they have money. Something you don't want, because it's not fun. Okay, nobody want to deal with that, because especially if those men have major character flaws, they have no integrity, health habits, they overeat, they drink too much, they might just do it with drug abuse, all those things. Like you're literally overlooking everything. Like you would never probably date this person, but they have a bag, and you feel like if you are adjacent to him, then you can get some of the benefit of being in that relationship because he has money. So it's really important to improve our money so we can be choosy. You should be able to walk away from anyone regardless of how much money they have, because you have it on your own. You're good. If he's an awful person, he's an awful person and you don't even like him. So leave. But there's a lot of women who get into situations like this and they feel like they can't leave because they can't afford to leave. They can't afford to leave the relationship. Okay? Or they can't afford to leave the situationship with this guy because he's giving her some money, he takes care of her, but she has to deal with that negative, awful energy. Financially, you can say, F you, I don't like your energy, get away from me, and F you, I can afford to leave and I can afford to do all the things that we were doing together or things that I want to do because I have the capability of doing that for myself. There is nothing like having it on your own and walking away from people, situations, jobs that do not serve you no longer. The next point of this is be weary of the other ladder of this. So there is a huge ladder. So there's this side and this side. And the broke predatory guy, he preys on women who feel shame, feel unworthiness around their financial situation. So example, so a woman who doesn't have their resources together, they have insecurity around money. They grew up maybe in poverty, paycheck to paycheck cycle. They will feel like, well, since this is my situation, I don't really have a lot going on. I can give him a chance, even though, you know, he has 5 roommates, he shares a bedroom, his mattress is on the floor. Like, it's fine because my situation isn't much better. No, girl, wake up. Women should always find a way to get themselves out of poverty. Okay, and by being with someone who's also in poverty is not going to help you get out of poverty. You have to have your own to avoid dust and poverty and struggle. And you also have to avoid a man with resources who wants to use and abuse you just because they can, because they're sick. People out here are sick, and the spectrum doesn't matter if you have money or you don't. You just have to protect yourself and have that internal voice that you listen to protect you from nonsense. When your money's not together, you don't even know what your type is. Like what type of man you're even attracted to. You don't even have a type. If you date from your higher self, always, no matter what's going on in your life, and you visualize your higher self and you visualize your life and you date within that visualization, you wouldn't date the type of men that you're attracting right now. That's not even your type, babe. You're just unfocused and broke. And you are radiating that energy, and you are also attracting other broke, dusty men because you haven't elevated your mind to where you want to be. You're so focused on what's going on in the here and now. Okay, you have to see it in your mind before it actually happens. People think, well, this is what it is right now and I don't know how to get out of it and blah, 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 blah. I'm like freaking out because this is my life right now. You have to be a visionary. And not only that, you have to weed yourself out of distractions. Like I said earlier in the video, stop distracting yourself with broke men who have nothing to offer you, because it's going to deplete the energy, your feminine energy, that you need to be using to create a plan to get out of your situation. Okay? This is how we stop dating losers in the new year. So I want you to read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. It gives you the financial foundation to how to build wealth. And check out for my next video, because I will be making a detailed video on how to create your financial plan and what to focus on when you're going on your financial journey. If you are going on your level up journey, you need to start your financial journey, your femininity journey, your self-improvement journey, your body journey, all at the same time. So this is something super important, because money is a tool that can help you get, do, and be who you want to be and what you want to do and get you out of your situation. So it's really important you read that book and check out my next video, because it's going to be all about money and how to manage it, grow it, and what tools and resources you need to be looking into so you can build your wealth. So the next phase, so we are going to change our mindset around men. Like, what type of information, content, music you're listening to, is that helping your mindset around men, or is it not? Because for me personally, I had this mindset that, oh, men are no good, this isn't helpful, I gotta do everything by myself. And the way I changed my mindset was changing the people around me, what they were saying, and also the content I consume. So friendship wise, any friend that had like toxic relationship drama, I had to just remove myself from the situation. Like, I couldn't listen to it no more. I could not listen to your casual sexcapade stories. I could not listen to your toxic relationship with your boyfriend who hits you, emotionally abuse you. Like, I could not listen to you anymore, especially if they always want to talk about it and you give them advice, you try to help them, but they don't want to help themselves. That's what I'm talking about. You keep getting involved in their life, trying to help them out and listening to this rhetoric and their story, and they just want to tell you about it. They're really not trying to change anything. You have to remove yourself from that. Have a conversation with your friend and say, hey, right now I really don't have the space to talk about your situation and your relationship anymore. I don't want to really talk about that anymore. Okay. And if they're your friend, they will respect you. It's really not a big deal. If not, they don't want to talk to you anymore, so be it. Good. They needed to leave anyway, because they just wanted a free soapbox to tell their sad, tragic story to. That's all you were. So if they get offended by that, then they weren't your friend anyway. So good riddance, because we are getting rid of energy vampires in the new season. So that is perfect, okay? So you just have to limit the negative rhetoric around men. And that is step one, just by eliminating the gossip and what your circle is talking about. Just tell them, I just need a pause right now on that. I'm not saying it's forever, but right now I just don't really need to be listening to it. What type of music are you consuming? Okay, I know we all love Sexy Red. I love her too. But like her new song, My Baby Daddy, F My Baby Daddy. Like, do you really need to be listening to that 24/7? I realized a lot of the music I'm listening to is basically saying men are no good, they're not worth a damn, they can just go on to hell, basically. I don't want to hear that. My music, my Spotify is really romantic, old school music where men are just serenading women, telling them how much they need them, how much they love them, and they want to give to them and pour into them. Like, that's the type of music I listen to. And I started listening to that type of music, and my mind and my thoughts around men slowly changed. I don't know if you guys notice this online, especially because there is like this divisiveness between men and women. It's also in the music. So I had to change the music. And I also had to change my feed. It's really important to understand that the divine feminine can only feel safe when she is set financially, emotionally, and mentally, and physically. And you have the capability and the capacity to give yourself these elements and change your life. You don't have to be the same person a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. You can start right now implementing these habits, these changes in your life can dramatically change everything for you, and you can do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a really great time making it. It was really nice to chat with you guys. I love these sit down videos, getting everything off my mind and helping you guys just be the woman of your dreams. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Saria and this is Counting Her Coin. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave me a comment of what you think of the video. I also want you to follow me on all my socials, and don't forget to sign up for my free Level Up Facebook group. The link is going to be in my description box below, where you can be connected with other like-minded women who are on their level up journey, who share information. And I also share a whole bunch of other things I don't share everywhere else. So go ahead and sign up for that. The link is going to be in my description box. And again, it is free. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time on a brand new video. Bye guys, I'll see you next time.
But I got something I can tell you that'll make you fly, yeah. Elevate you and take you higher. Grant your wishes and your heart's